I started this channel at 37 years old, and I learned a lot of different things that I did not expect. You see, I started this channel to build a community of people just like me that wanted to build a YouTube channel. And I didn't want to build a YouTube channel that has an audience of 16 to 18 years old, which is most people on YouTube. But instead, I wanted to have real adults that wanted to build a business on top of it, or using the channel to build on top of that. And if you're 18 years old, you're still welcome here. But that was my idea from the past. So build a YouTube channel with like-minded people, or with an audience of like-minded people just like me, who wanted to build a YouTube channel and have a personal brand with it, build a business around it. And I learned that that's not the only thing that comes into play. I expected this to be a lot of work, and it really is. But it's also quite simple, because you can just be yourself. And that's something that is not very, there's not many people on YouTube that are like that, that are themselves. A lot of people on YouTube are shouting at the camera, and when they in when they finish filming, they're exhausted. And I did not want to be one of those people. I did not want to be Mr. Beast either. I did not want uh, 50 million subscribers. Instead, I wanted people that were really just like me, that wanted to build a business, as I said, and have focused people, people that are really interested in my message. And that's another reason why the editing is so simple, because I wanted people to stay for my message rather than stay for the edit and the psychological tricks to make you stick until the end of the video. If you're interested in my message, I would hope that you would stay until the end of the video, and that's why it's going to be a better way of connecting with you. And that's the videos that I watch as well. I like people that don't have a million cuts in their videos, and I try to have videos that are one take. Some videos I have a long pause at one point or the other, and I will stop filming at that point, or edit that part out of the video. But for the most part, I always try and do a one take. And I think that's just going to be a better connection with you, because I'm not looking at a, well, physically I am looking at a camera, in this case my phone, but in reality I'm talking to you on the other side of the screen. Hopefully you're somebody that wants to also build a YouTube channel. And it's not that complicated. All you have to do is have a light that's somewhat good. I have mine, but you can just use daylight as well, and then you can be yourself. And being yourself is a bit more complicated than it might sound, because you do have to lean into who you really are at the end, because when you're watching the camera, you often want to shout at the camera, and that's why you feel exhausted after filming. But if you do one take and you really pretend like your best friend is on the other side of the camera, you are going to be more authentic, you are going to be more yourself. And the more I film, the more I think that I am who I am, or I'm showing who I am at the end of on the other side of the camera. And it doesn't matter if you have kids or you have a busy schedule or whatever it may be, because the edits are done in a very short period of time. You cut the beginning, cut the end, and that's it. And however long this video is going to be, that's how long it took me to film the video. That's it. I'm just sitting here at home doing this, and it can be done no matter at what time you film. You can do it, whether it's at midnight, you can film before you go to work, after you go to work, it does not really matter. And people want to always talk about consistency on YouTube. And I think that consistency comes in two ways. There's the consistency of making videos every week, every other week, twice a week, three times a week. That's one side of consistency. And I think a lot of people talk about that part of consistency. But there's another thing that is consistent. It's how you show up, your brand. In my case, it's simple. I don't have all the flashy edits. I don't have a ton of different things that come onto the screens, the sounds, the overstimulation of YouTube. Instead, I want to keep it simple. There's not no text on the screen, as much as I can at least. There's no flashy edits. There's nothing. There's no music in the background. All I try to do is have a proper sound and show up as myself. That's the goal of this video. And hopefully I can build an audience of people that are just like me, trying to build their personal brand, or build their personal brand specifically on YouTube, because that's the platform I chose. That's the platform that I spend most of my time on. And it just makes sense that if I spend a lot of time watching videos on YouTube, this is probably the right platform for me to create on. I'm not spending hours and hours on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, but I am spending a lot of time on YouTube, and that's probably the reason why I like this platform the most. This is the big one. This is the one that would satisfy me the most if I can compete, if I can build an audience. I would be over the moon if like this channel took off. And when I say taking off, I don't mean 1 million subscribers or even 100 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. If I do get to these numbers, I'd be happy. But really, just having an engaged community. That's the goal that I want to have. People that comment on my videos, that watch my videos the whole way through, that are interested in my message. And hopefully, I can inspire you on the other side of the camera to start your own YouTube channel and maybe continue to post, because a lot of people will start posting for a few weeks, a few months or whatever, and then they'll stop. And after 6 months, 99% of the people that just gave up. And from the research that I've done on YouTube, it's a very, very slow. There's nothing that's going to happen for a while, and then things take off. And in the time that it's flatlining and my channel is flatlining, I want to improve my videos as much as possible. And it doesn't have a lot of different things to be better at, because I don't edit, so there's no editing that comes into play. However, it's the way I talk to be more myself. It's the way I present. It's the way I start my videos. I want to have a hook, because that's really important, especially in those kind of videos. You want to have a hook that's people are captured by at the beginning, but without being over salesy, because I just don't like it. People on YouTube are sick of that, especially in people that are 30, 40 and above. They're sick of seeing those crazy announcements that you have to watch till the last point, because the last point is the most important part of the video, etc., etc. I don't want to be that person. I want to be myself and build a connection. And that's just what I want to do. So I have another video that YouTube thinks that you should watch. So you should probably watch it. It's on one of these sites. I never know which one it is, but just watch that video because you probably should. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.